Good night, good night. How everybody doing tonight? God is good and God is good. We at the continue on Jesus rejected Nazareth. And we left off at, and there was many in Israel, with leprosy in the time of Elijah the prophet. But yet not one of them was clean. Only that he was the only one clean. And you know why? He didn't follow the instruction the first time. He got mad because Elijah didn't want to come out, and then his servants, started talking to him and told him to go back. So he got clean because he had followed instruction. He followed instruction. And that's why he dumped in the pool, Jordan River, 7 times, and he got clear. Some people would have said, well, why I had to jump in there 7 times? So Elijah deal with a lot of leprosy. He deal with a lot of widows. So he deal with a lot of famine and dry land and stuff. And so he deal with a lot of leprosy. But none of them ain't got killed. Yeah, healed, but him because he followed instruction. Nathan was clean and cured of his leprosy, ordered by Elijah to dip himself 7 times in Jordan, by the follow instruction that he was here. So that's why he was the only one here. The other ones didn't get healed because they didn't want to follow the instruction. All the people in the synagogue was furious when they heard this, and so people in Nazareth are reacting violence, to Jesus, suggesting that God would favor Gentile, and Jews, the person with miracles, you know, instead of Israel. So they think Jesus is being messy. They're thinking Jesus wasn't even trying to say like that because Jesus come down here for all. He gonna come down here for all. And even though that God loved the Israelite, he still loved them all. So the and so they got up. So they got up and drove him. So Jesus telling all this story. He preaching. And he's saying, none of them know about some of them know about Moses and what went on back then, and Jesus wasn't even there, but he still know. And Jesus telling him everything that's going on went on in history. At the beginning, some of them don't know Elijah. Some of them don't know a lot of stuff. So Jesus is telling them, so they getting mad, and they say, first up here, they say the people had got furious, and mad. So now they got up, draw him out of the town, and took him to the brook and to the hill in which the town was built in order to throw him off the cliff. They want to throw him off the cliff. Throw him off the cliff because he is preaching and was telling them the truth. And so what the people attempt to do, here might have been part of the process, stoning. Form of stoning was simply a mob of throwing large rocks, at a person until they died, thinking of dropping him, off the cliff. Now they thinking about doing all this here to Jesus because he was preaching that word to them, and they get so mad they want to throw him off the cliff, but God ain't gonna let them throw him off the cliff, So, but he walked through the crowd and went on his way. Now, I saw the movie, They was hooping and hollering, throw him off, throw him off the cliff. And he was right there on the cliff. And you can still pray to God in the spirit. So next thing you know, God must have told him to turn around and just start walking. And it was hooping and hollering, but then they stopped. It like a shield was over their face, you know. And Jesus just passed on by. They want to throw him off the cliff. He was right there by the cliff, you know. And so next thing you know, he turned around and he just started walking. And he just started walking past the crowd, you know. Nobody ain't paying him no attention, you know, because God, God did it, you know. God fixed it where they can't even see Jesus. God fixed it where they couldn't even see Jesus. They hooping and hollering, you know, they want to throw him off the cliff. But then God fixed it where they can't even see him. They can't even see Jesus. Jesus just walked through the crowd like it wasn't nothing. Like it wasn't nothing. You know. And so, but he walked right through the crowd and went on his way. Went on his way. And that is something. You know, they want to throw the man off the cliff because the man is preaching. And then all of a sudden he turned around and walked right past by. You know. So the people shouted, throw him off the cliff. You know, but Jesus had passed right through them. Right through the crowd. You know, and he escaped out of their hands. God escaped him out of his hands. You know, God kept Jesus, you know, from stoning. You know, God rescued him by extraordinary miracle from immediate death. So God kept him from dying, you know, and God had did an extraordinary miracle. That was a miracle, you know, because they hooping and hollering, and next thing you know, they're just talking among themselves. Just talking among themselves. And Jesus just went on by, went on through the crowd, like ain't nothing happened. And God had did an extraordinary miracle. You know, to put a shield over them, over their mind, over their eyes, you know, and make sure Jesus walked out of there without a scratch. Same people that want to stone him, you know, they just let Jesus walk on by. You know, and that is something. God kept Jesus from stoning, you know, and wanted to kill him because he was preaching that word. Preaching that word. They ain't want to hear. We don't know no Elijah. We you know, they won't hear. You know, and so God saved Jesus from death, and God used his power, and he had an extraordinary miracle, a miracle that nobody ain't saw before. You know, I know that happened to me one time. You know, it just felt like a shield over your face. You know, that's why I say all kind of miracles happen up in here. Happen up in here. You know, I done saw the mighty God in action in so many ways. You know, and so I know they're fussing and fighting over their own self, talking to themselves. You know, something like they ain't remember they had to throw him off the cliff. You know, when I saw, because see, sometimes I see the movie. I said, I want to see the movie. How Jesus just passed on by when they first were shouting, throw him over. And that's because what I saw, I think it was God. I don't know what God did, but he did a miracle. Yeah, a miracle. You know, and to where all Jesus had to do, you know, was walk all through the crowd. like he was an ordinary parent, like ain't nothing that happened. Nothing that happened. You know? And so God kept him from getting stoned because they was gonna stone Jesus. You know. So we also talk about that there was this say two houses was rescued. Two houses was rescued and 60 Philistines was killed, women and children. You know, but thank God for the two. You know, and we still have some more to get. You know, and so that's all I have for you today. Uh, have a nice night and be safe.